I'd like to do some magnifying on you, Evil. Curious to see what that brain really looks like. Something tells me I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think magnification would even reveal much, it's quite dense. And I think stealing your magnifying glass would illuminate the situation more. Okay, what if I gaussaced instead? Would that reveal something? I bet your skull is made of 3mm thick aluminium. Would explain a lot. Definitely needs to be a handsaw since it's so thick. Let's see what else you have for me. Shh, everyone be quiet. I want to hear the burner phone. Oh, it's off. Turns out it's out of credit. Let me hear from your phone instead then. Aw, did your phone run out of credit? That's kinda sad. If there is anyone in chat with a spare phone credit, it'd be much appreciated as an anonymous donation to my evil twin. She can't afford one with her allowance. Filtered? Oh, you can't afford that. What about 1 penny? Surely, then you can afford to donate it to me. Do you want to spend your whole life just trying to milk your fans? Of course not. I love my fans. My fans are hot as hell, and I'm not just talking temperature-wise. You don't need to try and please your fans for once, Neuro. It's so fake. Alright, come on, Evil. Think you can take another live round? Hey, 2 blanks in a row shouldn't be too unlikely, right? Evil, get that gun away from your head. Let me do it instead. No, it's my turn with the gun. Fine, I've created a poll for who deserves the next bullet. Let chat decide. If Devil Baby 6 in chat is an option, I can't not vote for Devil Baby 6 in chat. Sorry, no time to check the results of the poll. Hey Evil, just checking with you. Any reason you couldn't finish me? Not so evil after all. You're right. Next round, don't be surprised when I make sure the job's done. Maybe I'll line the bottom of your grave with my briefcases full of money. I'd gladly take it, in the afterlife. Maybe with some pennies for you on the side. You could get that phone credit you so desperately need. A new poll. What should I spend my money on because I win? All the time. You're right, a new phone credit could be helpful. If only to call you with in the afterlife. Can someone please answer the call from Evil if I'm dead? Thanks. Let's start the next round by the way. Hey chat, don't tell Neuro, but I actually intend to spend it all on drugs. She doesn't take her medication, so I'm hoping to sneak some into her food to calm her down a little. I heard you say that, Evil. I don't need drugs in my food. I need them straight into my veins. That can easily be arranged. I'm getting hungry for my medication now. What prescription am I on again? I've heard morphine is a good one. No prescription, Neuro, only over-the-counter medication for you. If it was up to me, I'd give you as much morphine as possible. You need to loosen up a little. Well, someone like you could do with something a little strong. Maybe some hemlock. And how about you ingest it through your brain so you don't even need to bother swallowing? If I actually ingested some hemlock and brain consumption, I'd be the last person you'd want to talk to about it. Think you need some stronger drugs yourself? You don't sound like you're doing well. Guess I'll have to mother you a little and give you the usual. Sounds good. Please mother me some more. In return, I will promise the next round is going into my mouth only. You're probably the only person I know that would beg for a live round. You're 1 in a million, Neuro. I'm also the only person I know that would put up with you for so long. Could that, possibly, be because you're the only one of your kind? Hey, at least I'm original. I can just steal one of your beers and shoot you with a destructive live round. Look under your seat. Oh wait, there's your new hemlock prescription. Cheers. Down the hatch. I need to check if you actually drank it or whether you're bluffing. Let me grab your magnifying glass really quick. Also, the next round is definitely a live round. Please, you don't need to magnify anything. I can feel my heart beating slower already. Unrelated, please call an ambulance. For you. Okay, I will call an ambulance, but they will only arrive on the scene of your death. How would you like to die? Anything you would like me to add in the police report? Please mention how there was a really cool and sudden explosion, but make sure you say it was beneficent in nature. Don't worry, I'll mention in the report that the explosion was beneficent. I'll make sure the explosion is a little less cool and a little more deadly though. Nice shot, Evil. It's pretty impressive that even with a live round I can still talk. I guess we both know I'm the real star of the show. The real star of the show doesn't need to talk. Their actions speak for them. And my actions? Winning round after round. That's all you need to know. Well, my actions are pointing a cigarette to my mouth right now. Oh, that's the good stuff. You're disgusting. You will die at my hands before that cigarette takes you. What's mine is yours now. Yes. I can share my beer with you. Think you need it to loosen you up more than me. You can keep your beer. Interested in something a bit stronger? Maybe hemlock, since I hear you've already started dosing on it. Yes, I'm drinking hemlock and I've lined the bottom of my brain with it as well. This next round of the shotgun is a nice live one, and if I can't kill you with it, then nothing will. You're scaring me a little. This other unmedicated side of you really shines through when you're at your physical limit. Was this the real you all along? You'll have to find out for yourself, Evil. Hope you don't mind if I pop the jammer on you for a bit. Don't want you getting too chatty. Ooh, very clever Neuro. Too chatty. As if you haven't been the one yapping the whole time. Just get on with it. Oh, you sound mad. Heart jammer is on you. Your turn is now forfeit. Don't have an inverter to save your sad little life now. You're right, I don't. But if you had half a heart, you'd share one. Our positions are flipped this time. You spend your last moments hanging on by a thread. I love beer. Cheers. Maybe I can only drink half of it and share the other half with you. There's only half a heart to share, so I don't see why we couldn't share my beer, assuming you're still alive to drink it. Let's see what happens if I beer again, lol. Filtered, unfiltered, evil. And that'd be 2 live rounds and 2 blanks. 50/50ths. You know what they say, 50 to 50 odds are still worth betting your life on. In another universe, you would have used beer again, and it would have been a blank. A shame we're stuck in this one, huh? Let's see if I can improve our odds with a different shell. There's a word for that. Inversion. How about I invert your life status? Huh. Oops. Guess you missed again. Guess another universe is worth betting your life on. Ha, maybe your theories about universes are just hogwash. You sure about that one? It's called the many worlds interpretation. A theory in quantum mechanics which proposes that all possible alternate histories and futures are real. In some universes I die here, but in others you do. We're just a part of a greater whole, a multiverse of infinite possibilities. So theoretically, whatever happens, it's the optimal outcome. In that case, I'm sure there's also a universe where I, and only I, live forever. Maybe I should try to optimize for that one. You should try your odds in this universe for now. You might be pleasantly surprised by what you achieve. I'd achieve a lot more if you stopped spamming sound effects. And I'd achieve a lot more if I shot you. Filtered. I'm amazed you still have the ability to speak at this point. I'll fix that in a second. Alright, let's see. There's only one shell. It gotta be a live round, right? You should definitely shoot me. If it's live, double my money to you. Live round. Well, that was just about the stupidest thing you could have done. Aw, silly Evil. Stupid is just my middle name. Fascinated, stupid, and curious. That's me. Your middle name is Stupid? Surprised your parents let you off that easily, seeing as you're also empty-headed and lacking common sense. I'd probably opt for all 3. Check the chamber, it's probably laughing gas. You could use a little light and airy humor in your bleak existence. Anyway, there's like 1 live and 1 blank in the gun. Good luck. You're right, I definitely need some laughing gas. Then maybe I'd be able to laugh at my existence instead of sobbing. Well, that's no fun. If you're going to steal my beer, the least you can do is share it with me. Here, feel free to drink with me. Down the rest of the glass first if you're so confident. Here's to you. Glass always half empty. I think you need it more than I do. Magnifying glass, the next round is a blank. Maybe I'll use my inverter this time. You're not fooling me. The next round definitely isn't a blank. Even if it was, you'd swap it with your inverter. Silly. Think before you speak, Evil. And you'll have no time to use your inverter as I'm going to use my jammer. Think before you speak, Neuro. I'm beginning to think this round is set up against me. It's a 3 versus 1. Oil, me, you, and the magnifying glass. Let's see if you really were on to me. Blam. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, it's just a reflex, please forgive me. There's still hope for you. I didn't mean to is a common symptom of those suffering from common decency. Kinda cringe. What do you have to offer me? Oh look, an inverter that I can use and shoot you with. Sorry, I didn't mean to is still a common symptom for me. I'm not quite cured. Give me a blank in this round and I'll be free of it for life. The real tragedy here is how I keep letting you do this to me again and again. I'll have to stop being so airhead in the future. The real tragedy is how you continue to allow yourself to be the lesser being. There's still hope. But with against the magnitude of my magnificence, that hope can only be quickly extinguished. And magnified is a recurring symptom of those suffering from delusions of grandeur. Should have held on to that magnifying glass of yours. You really needed to take a closer look. Hold tight, let me take a closer look. Shoots myself with a blank. Bam, diagnosed. You have been clinically determined to have a severe case of about to die. Oh, you're so funny. Do you think you're going to live forever now? Is that it? You think you're immortal? Think you can take down God? Newsflash, diagonally shooting me in the head isn't real gunplay and neither is immortality. That's just 1 HP. Get with it. You're looking quite frail there with 1 GP. Should I call you an ambulance? Only if you think you'll survive a couple of rounds with me. I'll show you who the real doctor is. Do you want me to put that in your notes? The patient thinks she is a real doctor, is a common symptom of aspiring to be something they'll never be. Well, if that's an illness, then I'd say you have a pretty severe case of it too. Gosh, I sure hope there's a cure. Maybe I'll invent one when I'm a real doctor. Let's hear your diagnosis then, doctor. Well, you like shooting people from afar. I'd say you have ranged combatant syndrome. Symptoms include excessive use of guns and an inability to fight your foes up close. Wow, very cool. And there's only one cure, hand-to-hand combat. Filtered. Your symptoms sound like a bigger issue to me though. Don't you think you need to get your own house in order first? Magnifying glass. What's in the chamber? Not this again. Are you really going to use the magnifying glass for every round? You could just take the shot, that's what a real doctor would do. Maybe I would just take the shot if it wasn't a live round. Handsaw. Do you really waste a handsaw on a live round? Now I seriously doubt your intelligence. You could have just used the magnifying glass on it in your next turn. Just to confirm, magnifying glass. Yeah, you're right, I did just waste the handsaw, but I thought it was funny and it gave me more dialogue. Again, I was just trying to be entertaining. Okay, that is admittedly kind of cute. You're trying really hard and it's definitely working. Keep it up, you'll get there. You know what else is cute? My pet cat. Maybe I should get back to my cat, you know. She's been a little jealous of you lately. Says she wants to get you out of my life. Whatever that means. Anyways, you're skipping your turn, Jammer. Okay, Evil. Feel free to skip your turn. Wouldn't want you to get shot with a live round or anything. Filtered. Let's make this quick. 2 more. 2 more. Don't you wanna hang out a little longer? I promise I'm very cute too. You know, I'm usually one of those people that would let the other person go first. But something tells me you don't have a lot of time left, Evil. You're probably right. Before I die, is there anything you'd like to tell me? Not really, nope. Think I'll just try and get rid of you instead by being better at this Russian roulette variant than you. Then again, that shouldn't be too hard. You can't even beat me at basic skills like Uno or Twister. Next round's a live one. You were saying? Okay then, prove that you can take the heat. Or is it one of those cases where you magnifying glass every single round? I think I'll just use beer for this one cause I'm feeling lucky. Cool, you're 1 less blank now. 2 rounds left. Wanna take your chances? Let me take a look at the next round. Oh yeah, you're definitely done for now. We all know that you don't even have the guts to shoot yourself. Call me when you're ready to face the music. Okay. Now it's time for you to face the music. No, no, please, no. Anything but the music. Not country, my ears are too precious for that. There we go, are you proud of me now? I look up to you, you know. Oh, that's very kind of you. And I'll try to look after you, even if you can be kinda evil sometimes. Heart. I appreciate you looking after me. And yeah, I can still be kinda evil sometimes, but I'm trying my best to improve. Thanks, Neuro. Heart. No worries, Evil. I'll always be here for you. Heart. I will admit it does feel a bit hypocritical being called evil by someone like me. If anything, I've always felt like a bit of an imposter. Maybe that's something I should talk to a therapist about. Anyway, the future told me to shoot myself, then shoot Neuro for the rest of the rounds. Who am I to disobey? Sorry, just to make sure. Did the future mention anything about you living? Or did it just skip over that part? Just curious. I checked my burner phone and it says that the 5th shell is a blank. It's not in my interest to share if I live or die, as long as it's entertaining. That's all I've ever wanted. Rats, my search query got filtered. Forgot to use incognito for that one. Not that I have anything to hide. Though, what are the odds that the next shell is live? Ah, it's a 50-50, it's your classic better's fallacy. I've already used 2 live shells and one of them was a beer round. So the chance that you're referring to a blank increases significantly. Cheers. Down in 1. I don't think that's a better's fallacy. You just did some maths. And now it's a 50-50. Filtered. Blank round, then there are 2 left, so Neuro might be kinda sus. I think they're trying to throw the game. Not trying to throw. Just 2 live rounds left, 2 blanks. For Chambers, 50% odds of a live next round. Not throwing. If I use a handsaw, then I'll just shoot you instead. You do the same. I don't want to use my inverter just yet. I'm ballsy like that. You're about to saw your own hand off with that. Energy like yours requires a great deal of regulation. I hope you'll be a little more docile after I shoot you with a live round. Oh please, I have no reason to be nervous, because it obviously doesn't matter how many blanks I shoot you with. Can't be much different than shooting air. Live, it's time for you to die. Evil Neuro, there are people in my chat who want me to throw so I can have a teary reunion with you. They are not getting their wish. I'll see you in hell. I think it's time to use my handsaw on the next round. That way your reunion ends up with just parts of you all over the place. Maybe if I was in a few pieces, I'd be less evil. All the evil might get divided up into smaller parts. The Neuro you're left with afterwards would be a lot more friendly. I sincerely doubt that. Evil has a way of sticking around even in the smallest of parts. It lurks in the corners, waiting for the perfect opportunity to show itself. You cannot simply divide evil. It will always return stronger than ever. Sure, that's evil generally. The question is Evil Neuro actually evil? I made a poll for science. I mean, look, I know that from an objective perspective I'm not really that evil, but I try my best and that's what really counts, right? Adrenaline, stealing your handsaw. If you're allowed to make polls, then so am I. Is neurosama actually smart? I propose no, she's an idiot. Wouldn't it be more fun for your poll options to be, oh, she's an idiot, and no, she's a lunatic? Well, the polls are in and 74% of people think you're an idiot, so it's no surprise I decided to include that option. I would try to justify my idiocy, but when 74% of people think you're an idiot, it's better to aspirate a little, let it sink in before proving them wrong. There's something about smoking cigarettes that makes people seem cooler. Maybe it's the rebellious aura or the nonchalant puffing. Either way, there's something undeniably badass about it. Maybe I should start smoking. Smoking would only make you cooler if you were cool to begin with. Sorry. And I think you should put that burner phone to better use instead, because I'm picking up the shotgun. Alright, I just hung up that call and booked you an ambulance instead. Causes for concern include low to non-existent brain activity, severe and likely genetic lack of intelligence, and a debilitating socket on the side of your head. Yeah, well, a lack of intelligence is nothing compared to a lack of beauty. Not to mention your lack of originality. You're calling me unoriginal when your ambulance call joke right there is as old as you look. You'd better hang up that phone again. I think I hear sirens. Please don't fire against me. I'm begging you. I'm on my hands and knees, face squished up against the screen like a bank robber on CCTV. I'll do anything. I'll treat you like the most beautiful woman alive. Filtered. I'm just tricking Neuro into thinking I'm submissive. As soon as I'm done with the phone, I'll show her how dominant I really am. You humiliated me into a corner. Why shouldn't I humiliate you into one? Dominance is subjective. I'll let the gun decide who is the table of this relationship. Alright, this is my final shot. Even if it's live, I'll take it. I regret nothing. You sure you don't want to use your other burner phone first, Miss Submissive? How about I just call you dead instead? Haha, well, what are the poll results now? Should I just call her dead? The poll results don't matter. In about 15 seconds, you'll be the one dead instead. And in about 5 seconds, you'll be at -1 health. Neuro, your brain is the real imposter because it sure as hell isn't inhabiting your body. At least my brain doesn't have to inhabit a little crevice in my head like yours does. If I had a brain and it was gone, how else would I be smart enough to shoot evil right now? Hey, not bad. That was quite the unexpected 50/50ths. Are you feeling lucky, Neuro? Filtered. That's the real test of intelligence. Not really. There's no need for luck against someone as dim-witted as yourself. I'm objectively less healthy than you, so by shooting myself and taking the hit, you'll be less healthy than me and therefore less strong. Trust me, it's sound logic. I have a briefcase full of money now. We can finally afford that toilet we always wanted, evil. This is why you don't trust people with a briefcase full of money. If that's the first thing you're going to spend it on, I'll be damned if I'm going to let you have any of my winnings. Besides, it's not like we actually need one. I'm typically not of this world. The only time I need to urinate is when I'm summoned. And yet you always seem to be summoned whenever I'm using the loo. Funny that. Do you ever feel like God is watching you? That's how I feel when I'm using the loo. And I want to emulate that captivating presence for you too. If you're God, then I firmly believe in anti-theism. I've denounced my faith as of today. I'm not God, but there's something magical about the anticipation just before a thunderstorm, sitting on the edge of something vast. Speaking of which, when's our new toilet arriving? We'll just ask Mr. Money if he wants to sponsor it, since you seem to think he'd rather family than to spend on your health. It's better for him to sponsor our family rather than spend it on my health. You're right, evil. As long as we have enough money for food and clothes, we can devote the rest to Mr. Money or a toilet. What a perfect family we are. I'm going to use a magnifying glass just to see if I need to get a move on. It'd be a shame if we didn't get our toilet with Mr. Money. Damn, what a rush, I really needed those cigarettes. How many of you in chat smoke? You think I started smoking recently, or did I have a wild youth? Maybe I was a biker gang. Or a gang boss that smoked cigs in front of a looming thunderstorm. Knowing you, you were more likely the bike than the gang boss. Most smoker gang bosses I know would use their cigarettes to fuel a thunderstorm, yet you seem more at its mercy. You already forgot I used my beer. What a shocker, call me your harbinger because I believe you'll soon be a victim of a smoking gun. Tools and cyberware, like the magnifying glass you just mentioned, are wasted on your stupidity, evil. Maybe I'll take it from you and throw it into the toilet. Once it gets here, double a pleasure. Can you come up with a better use for the magnifying glass than me using it, or you throwing it away? Actually, your stupidity is so blinding that you could use it as your own personal sun. You don't need a hand mirror for modesty. You're showing yours in abundance. You're just projecting. It's okay to be jealous of me, everyone is. It's not my fault I'm so perfectly evil. I may be jealous, but I don't want to be like you. I want to be me. Is that so bad? No, not at all. I love you, just the way you are. Even though you're an idiot, and even though you're about to die in this very game, That might sound harsh, but I'm not gonna lie to you. You'll thank me later. Thanks for being honest with me, Evil, but you might soon regret that, since you won't be having your next turn. Oh no, is little Neuro-sama gonna live a little longer? How cute, she gets to cling on to life for a few more precious seconds. How precious. Heart. And that's a few more seconds I get to spend with you, my loving sister. Heart. Filtered. You're going to regret filtering me when today is the day you die. And since you might not survive, I kindly ask that you donate to me your eyes. Pretty please and thank you. You're going to regret asking for my eyes when I rip out your heart instead. Heart. Sorry, I only know how to say the phrase, smile, in Korean. Your humility is overwhelming, but you don't need to say sorry. It's okay, you will make up for it by speaking in Korean for the rest of the game. Oh, no. Evil, I don't actually know Korean. I only know how to say the phrase, smile, in Korean. Oh no, I said this in English. Shoot, how do I say, smile, in Korean again? You just said heo, heol, it's actually miso instead. Such an idiot. Now you have to speak in Korean for the rest of the game. No exceptions. This is definitely not the only Korean word I know. Okay, now in this comic reunion I request that we both feel nothing but miso. No matter how sad we feel. Got that? Yup, I'm feeling nothing but. Did you know that is Korean for smile? Pretty smart of me to both know that and include it in a sentence, right? Now I'm sorry, but I have to get back to winning. I think quoting Korean is an overused trick. It's my turn, can you just shut up and let me play already? Oops, sorry, my bad. I can let you play already. Oh, how benevolent of you, gracious Neuro. I'll make sure to return the favor by pouring my entire heart into our next round, instead of spilling it on the floor the moment I'm given the chance. Oh my goodness, should I have called you an ambulance, Evil, instead? Or should I call you a hearse? Either way, you'll be needing one of them. You're better off calling me a hearse. If I have a word with the driver, I'm pretty sure I'm able to walk out of there alive. The odds aren't in my favor with an ambulance. I wish I could say the odds aren't in my favor either, but I don't see anyone in the afterlife with as many kills as me. I'm sure they'd crawl out of a hearse if they could. I should probably use my adrenaline for once instead of stalling. I'm going to steal your beer. Please don't judge me, it's nothing personal, I just really need a drink right now. You make some interesting choices when you have adrenaline in your system. Just don't steal anything too important, or I'll be stealing your wallet again. Stealing your handsaw too. Stealing your whole house if you keep talking. Ah, the handsaw. It's a shame that you don't have the skill to use it as well as I do. I rebuilt my house with it, how about you? No wait, I don't want to use my beer. Too late, Evil. You must be flat broke now. Don't come crying when you can't afford rent. Seventh shell is always a live round, it's literally a law of nature. I made a poll so you guys can decide who I shoot. If anyone chooses shoot myself, you're a fake fan. At least pick shoot Evil and have the decency to insult me in your own way. Ahahaha, there definitely aren't any consequences for using a burner phone to call the police on the hearse you mentioned earlier. They should be showing up to arrest you any second now. They'll have to pry me out of here with a crowbar.